Hi all, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to see how to integrate Spring Retry in Spring Boot application. So before going to code, so let me explain what is Spring Retry. So Spring Retry supported your declarative way. So it will be achieved in two parts. First part is retrieve the failed operation with maximum attempt. Another one is fallback message. Instead of throw the raw error message, we need to some fallback error message or some fallback functionality we can return it. Okay, let's get started. Before going, it is a very pure Spring Boot application. Just I created the Spring Boot application. So I have created as a main method. So I have created only one controller, one REST controller. The REST controller parameter is message. So the message is passing to service. So service is nothing but just we created only one method. So here I added one log statement. So why? Because the coming or not. So another one is here actually I put it the next the boolean value. So what will do means actually I will get every time will get this method. So I will get different boolean flag, the true or false. Why? Because it's a new random dot next boolean means so we will get true or false with not predict. So in this case I added here is the return method is true, then the API will success. Suppose a random next boolean value will return false, so I throw the some customized exception. The server is busy to like that some error. Okay, so here we added two dependency. So already we added the web dependency for REST API, so controller. So I added the Lambok as well as, so here we need to add two important dependency we required in this example. So first one is Spring Retry. This retry is coming from the retrieve and recoverable annotation, so will coming. So another one is Spring Aspect AOP. So why? Because AOP means so Spring Retry internally used the proxy of objects. So that's purpose we need to added the Spring AOP. So internally will some reflection kind of objects, so proxy kind of objects, so internally will using to calling the same API like that. So that we need to AOP is mandatory to added in this pom.xml. So before implemented the Spring Retrieve, so let me show you what is here. Our application is started 9091. So I opened my postman. I will hit the some request param, just push it. So what will do means, so in the time, so I will get the boolean dot next into value return true, so that our API is success. Okay, then I will get this time the random boolean value is false, so that I throw the our customized exception, right? These exceptions we will throw suppose the flag value is false, then I will return the service busy exception. This is our customized defined exception, right? This is a mechanism. Okay, so in this case how to I will try now. So I will suppose I try to hit a couple of times. Okay, so suppose if I get to the false, so in this case I will try a couple of 2 or more times, 3 times or 4 times. We need to specify the maximum attempt. So suppose 3 times I will continuously will call the API. 3 times the API will return false, then our application is break. Okay, otherwise suppose first time will throw false, next time will true, that in this case our application is API success. Okay, so that is purpose I added. So where will the use case, which use case mostly used for this Spring Retry? So we are using mostly used for the event driven architecture. So so in this case we are pushing some message into Kafka topic, or so we consuming some message from Kafka topic. So at the time is we can have some problem, some connectivity problem for Kafka topic or Kafka server. So in this case we are trying to maximum attempt to try to connect 2 or 3 times so in 3 times we'll get failed, so we will throw some meaningful error. We will try to some, so otherwise we need to call some external API, so maybe the API response will get some time delay in server busy in the particular time. So in this case we need to try so couple of times. So in this case first time we'll hit, at the time service is more load, so maybe we delayed some response. We need to some another attempt, so maybe at the time will be get proper response, so we will get, so avoiding some error we need to try like that. So mostly used for some server busy error, so connectivity problem we need to try to hit it or 3 or more times, but mostly not used for in business logical error. Yeah, let me open. So here we added the 2 simple stuff. First step is we need to enable the retry, so it is the first step. So we added the enable, then only will the Spring will know the retry mechanism will enabled, so we have implemented properly. So another is second step is retry. Okay, retry. So how to read, when will retry? So we need to specify some value. So suppose suppose some return some error in business logic error. So in this case we no need to retry, simply will throw the error. Then only we need to know the where is wrong. So where is you need to find the error analysis. So in but here is server is busy, so in our use case, so server is busy, then we need to retry how many times. So we not here I am no need to specify the how many time I have attempt. So but in default, so here right here is maximum attempt is 3, so we did not specify in maximum attempt, so in defaultly we'll try 3 attempt. So how many time interval for one attempt to another attempt? So it is also defaultly will assign the 1 second. Okay, 1000 yeah, it is a 1 second. So 3 attempt per each per 1 second interval we need to try it. Okay, so it is simple. So just I added just that retrieval annotation. So we have so here is no need to specify any attempt. So let me demonstrate how many. Okay, okay, server is started, so I hitting same API. So here is in okay, but here is actually getting 500. Let me show you the code. Yes, I already earlier I explained the default behavior of 3 maximum attempt. So in this API hit, so 3 times he try to retry, they call the pushing message to external system, this method 3 times is try to call. Okay, so that's what the 3 times printed. So 3 times the random value is false, though, so that we have 3 the server busy error, right? The 500 error, right? So I will get again. Yeah, this time we'll getting true. Let me check how many it will. So here first time will return the false, next time will return the true, so that our use case is false. So return false, right? So in this case I one single attempt will return the true, right? It is a retry. So how many times we need to, in this case 2 times we will attempt. So yeah, here but in this case is not we as of now we are implemented only retry attempt. So how many which exceptions? So here we need to implement the retry attempt for 2 or 3 or 4 by as your business logic. So we need to change as well as your exception type. So here is retry logic. So when the method is return service busy exception, so I need to try attempt 2 times. If 2 times getting same error, then I will throw the same error. But here we no need to involve as of no need to implement it as of now the fallback mechanism. Fallback mechanism nothing but something will fail. So instead of throw the error, so we need to some meaningful error message or some meaningful functionality will did. Suppose server is busy error, so I need to something different kind of way. Need to some the alternative of the failing message, right? So here we need to add the recover. The recover annotation mostly is for the fallback mechanism, fallback method. So this is for recover is a fallback method. So here we need to important point. So we need to whatever the method, so return type, same return type we here specify. So which exception we need to return, so same exception here you specify, and the error message will get the, here is this method return the error message, right? The same error message will try. So here if you added symbol, so we added the recoverable and is a recover method. This method implemented in here. So is just instead of throw error, the server is busy, you try it more, sometimes more. Okay, let me show you and demonstrate. Okay, so it is a fallback method. So earlier will getting error, yes. Okay, let me try. The server busy, try for sometimes. Why? Because means I here is 2 times will calling. Okay, why? Because I added the maximum attempt is now 2. Okay, 2 times will try, so 2 times will false, so not throwing any exception, right? Here is throwing 2 times false, earlier is throwing some exception, right? So but here is 2 times is fail, then you will go to the recover method. This return type will showing, right? Instead of 500, the return is 200, right? Yeah, this time first time will getting error. The first, yeah, remove the lock, then only will. Yeah, is server 2 PC, right? 2 times will try. Like the first time is true, next time is first time return false, next time is true, then only return the successfully pushing message will throwing error. So that's what this is. 2 important point. This is a retry mechanism, that is fallback method. So if instead of throwing the error, we need to simply will return some method, logic. We need to return some logic or need to some meaningful error message. Here is some, we throw some meaningful error, right? So instead of some 400 500 error, so yes, yeah, server is busy is a meaningful error, right? This is what this video is. A Spring Retry we have implemented retry as well as the fallback method. Thank you guys.